Alright, guys, before you ask, yes, I am in my old house right now. I'm still living at the new place that I'm living at right now, but my dad still lives here, so I stay with him on the weekends sometimes, so pretty much, yeah. We went to go and see two movies this weekend, and those movies were Don't Breathe and Morgan. We were only going to see Don't Breathe, but we decided, we'll give Morgan a chance. And pretty much, I wanted to get this review over with because my thoughts on this movie were just okay. Okay, before I give my opinion on this movie, okay, this film was flopping, and they said that the film would make just like $3 million. And oh, Dad, um, hey guys, you have a special guest star. Yeah. Please welcome my dad, Randall Davis.
How's everybody? I can't see them.
Okay. Yeah, we went and saw two movies. Don't Breathe, which, yeah, really good. Okay, and we also saw Morgan, Dad.
Um, don't go see that.
No, well, no, it was terrible. No, it was
Waste of money.
yeah, it was a waste of money. We were just gonna see Don't Breathe, but no, we went and saw Morgan. It was
Dog poop.
yeah, it was poop. I literally said after we walked out of the theater, I was all like, I'd rather watch Ice Age Collision Course again. I mean, it wasn't as bad as Ice Age Collision Course, but it was terrible.
Yeah.
It's basically, let me tell you, it's a knockoff. It feels like a knockoff of. Sorry, that's my cat Sam.
Alright, well, I'm gonna head out.
All right. So, yeah, that's what it was. I tell you right there. Even my dad hated it. We both hated the movie. It felt like a knockoff of Ex Machina, except the difference is Ex Machina was a good movie. Alright, let me just tell you. There was this girl who's 5 years old who aged like she was a teenager, but she's still 5 years old. And pretty much she was raised in a laboratory. She was born in a laboratory. I'm not sure how that's even possible, but they keep her locked up in a room. She has this power of some sort that they're trying to figure out what makes her happy and whatnot, and pretty much she just goes out of control and just ends up killing people. This is supposed to be a psychological thriller and a sci-fi movie and a horror film at the same time. Except, it just fails at being all those things, okay? This movie was just so boring. Like when I walked into the theater, I was so I was so tired. All right? And I wanted to sleep through some of the trailers until the movie came on. But after I watched the movie, I was all like, I wish I could have saved my sleep for when the movie actually started. Because nothing interests me in this about this movie. I thought the trailers looked it okay. I thought it looked like it could be a decent movie, but the movie, I heard that. But no, the movie was just boring. Alright, and I'm gonna spoil the ending for you guys. You wanna know why? Because I don't want you watching this movie. Okay?
Spoiler alert, spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. In the end of the movie, the one of the doctors is fighting Morgan in the woods, and then she is stabbed onto a branch of a log, and she is bleeding to death and doesn't even act like she's in so much pain. Alright, and after it cuts to Morgan walking on the pier and almost about to meet the end of her death, guess what? The woman that was on the branch comes in and kills her. and acts like she's not even hurt. She's not holding onto her womb, and she's walking perfectly. She doesn't even look like she's hurt at all. She doesn't even feel like she's hurt at all. It's not acting like she was hurt at all. It kind of reminds me of the scene from The Last of Us when Joel fell off the balcony or whatever and got stabbed right through, and it was animation. This is a live action movie. All right, how can when it's animation and actually looks real and actually is acted real, but in this she just felt like, oh, it's just don't worry, it's just a scratch. I'm just gonna get back and just walk it off. That's not how it works. And guess what happens? The way to kill her, she just drowns her, and then she just kills the two people, and all like, why'd you do that? And then she just shoots her. She just feels like, first the character was like, why'd you do that? And then she just, and then she just goes, and then she's just like, fuck you. Seriously, this had one of the worst movie endings I've ever seen. And I expected the movie to be okay, but the movie was just so damn boring. I don't even know how to explain it anymore. I did not enjoy a single second. I mean, okay, I will admit, the fighting scenes are decent. I mean, the blood is pretty brutal. It is pretty brutal. Like, there was this one scene where Morgan just bites the guy's neck, and you just see this really bloody wound. But I would give it credit for that. Other than that, the rest of the movie, it was slow. It was not. It was. Yeah, it felt like a knockoff of Ex Machina. But Ex Machina was a great movie. I loved it. That was one of the best movies I saw in last year. This is one of the worst movies I saw this year. It's not the worst film I've seen all year. There are so many movies that I saw much worse than this. And pretty much the movie's flopping, which I'm glad because I don't ever want to watch this movie ever again. Nope. Should have just rented it. Should have just waited till it came out at Redbox. We just made the dumbest choices of our life. Me and my dad did. We should have just stuck with Don't Breathe. And Don't Breathe was a really good movie. I'll review that after this video. But seriously, guys, in the end, it was just boring. It was slow. It had a ridiculous ending. It just had nothing to it. Pretty much, it was such a disappointment. I expected it to be decent, but no. It was just boring. Guys, I'm gonna give the movie half a star out of 5. And that's pretty much it. I just didn't like I didn't like this movie. This is even worse than the Angry Birds movie. And I fucking hate that movie. But seriously, thank God it was Ridley Scott's son that directed this and not Ridley Scott himself, because that would be terrible. That would have been awful. Because he got his career back on track when he made The Martian, which that movie was a hell of a lot better than this. But pretty much that is it for this video, and I'll see you guys later. Word out.